Alright, so it does look not too bad under here. Here's that, what do you call it? Rust proofing I was talking about. See if we can get the big old shadow out of there. Underneath it's not bad, but some places it's just, it's still bad. So we're not gonna do too much right now. See, like, got a big old hole right there, which isn't too great, but so I'm gonna drop this tank, nice kink on it, and see if we can maybe, that went down my shirt, get the wire brush or something and get this schmut off of here. And over here, yeah. Oh, it's just hooked in. There we go. Yeah. I also saw, here's my camera here. Here. They left the straps in for us. It's even better. Got the old torque bumper just in case it has too many ponies. And yeah. We'll have to take that, I'll check that all out. Don't think that tag is gonna do us much of any good. Gonna have to do a pinion seal. But yeah. Where do you fill up?
Well, usually on the side, right?
Well, yeah, but where do you fill up on here?
I don't know. I'm trying to find.
Well, come on. Like, get that brain in gear and figure out where you. Oh.
Swing. That's pretty nice. How they tucked that right in there.
Yeah. I thought that was rather neat as well.
James Bond style.
Oh, okay. I gave birth to a tank. Alright, so we got the tank out, and I can't really show you on the inside because it's not really going to work all that good. There is a little bit of gas left in there as well as moisture, so it did do a lot of really bad damage to the tank inside. It looks like a lot of surface rust, but looking at the rest of the tank, and there's a big dent on the bottom side, and can get a tank for $200. We may just get a tank. I'm still fairly convinced that I'm going to do the vinegar trick, which I've done before. I did it on a Maverick tank, and that worked out really good. And still use this tank if we can, because it's saving some time, other than some vinegar. So I may try that, but if not, then we'll have to do something else. So here's the, that's what she looks like. kind of grody, but maybe we can make it work. So we'll see what we can do. All right, so we ended up getting a new tank. It's actually December now, but that's just how it goes. Didn't get around to it. Summer was busy. But we got a new tank, and I did spend like snippets here and there and got the return line put in. That runs all the way to this corner of the tank, away from the pickup so that we don't have an aeration issue. And this is just a stock pickup that has the tube in the bottom of it. And it was good enough for carburetor. I hope it'll be good enough for this fuel system. Fuel pump is out of the RX-7. It's a brand new pump. It didn't even get, I don't even know, like 4,000 or 5,000, let's not even say 1,000, let's say 3 tanks of fuel through it before I parked the car and started the whole other swap. So it's a new pump. I tested it. It's still good. And the specs on that pump will work for a stock 5.3 and it's a filter regulator. I think they call it a Corvette regulator filter combo, and that's going to go on the frame rail. So I'm going to see how much difference there is between the fuel system in my car, which is a fuel pump in the tank, and the fuel pump on the frame rail. From what I hear, the ones on the frame rail, they can get too hot and they can burn out, and so I guess we'll find out. So I painted this guy. It's all ready to go in, and after the fuel tank is in, we'll do the lines. I have to find a solution to this, and I want to use a compression union to a barb like this. I have some of them, but I need some steel first. So I'm going to see what I can do about that and get this tank in, get the filter and the pump onto the frame rail, run the fuel line up to the front onto the engine, and I guess see how that's going to work. After the fuel tank, I got to do the headers. I got some, I think they're Speed Engineering stainless shorty headers, and it almost clears. It's about a 2.5 inch gap that I need. So I got to cut one of the runs and move it in a weird spot and see how that'll work, because I want to use the manual steering gearbox. And after that, we got to do the cooling system and wiring. Then it should run. Drive shaft too, but we'll throw that in here somewhere. So yeah, let's go and do that then. Before we get to the back where we're going to put the tank in, I just want to talk about the whole accessory drive water pump, because I feel that there's a lot of solutions for all that out there, and this was a really nice one in my opinion. So I'm going to just bring this around here. So what we have is a water pump from a 2010 and up, I believe, 6.2. And this is a factory idler. I just trimmed it down and painted it. And an ICT billet. I don't know the number offhand, but it's just because I'm not using power steering. Just it's a truck relocation non-power steering bracket from ICT billet. And it fit on there really nice. And that's a nice solution for an old car like this that I guess a few people like me that want to keep the manual steering box, and it all fit in there. You use this belt. I got a number that works on this one. It's the same belt that works on my car too, so it's a nice solution for that. But it really, I feel, made this a lot easier because I struggled on my car for a while. So that's that. There's a little sneak peek at the header, and this side, like I said before, it's tighter, and I've got to really figure out how to get that header working on there, but I'm confident. So let's go do the fuel tank now and just not think about this other stuff that has to get done. Okay, tank's in, and the whole fuel system is actually in now because this is like almost a year later again working on this. So we're gonna start up here, clean this all out, got it all down, new stuff except for the pipe, O-ring, all that stuff into the brand new tank here. And this is pretty difficult to see, but so we put
a return into the tank with a bulkhead fitting and a nylon hose that goes to the far end of the tank. There's the sender you can see, and we're using the stock pickup to draw the fuel, and then it comes out of here, comes along. I'm not going to use my finger, there's no point to that. And hoses come along to fuel pump up on the frame, and then I got a match to tuck it in behind that bracket there, and comes along. Filter pressure regulator assembly, which turns it to a single hose, and that comes all the way along here, comes up the frame. I got to mount this hose over there so it's not sitting on the header, and then goes up to the fuel rail. So that's pretty standard and simple. I said that I was gonna make that header work, and I did, and I'll throw a picture in here of kind of what it looked like and what it is now. Got to weld this up, had to get a few pieces and make it all work, but I did have to cut my nice LCT ICT billet brackets just to make that fit, because it's made it into a block hugger and it is hugging the block. So that's where we're at. I don't know if up here is gonna, yeah, see it, I gotta weld it yet. Not quite there yet. And then we've got a rad, but we're gonna get onto that in the cooling part of it. And yeah, that's kind of the end of the fuel system. We'll prime it up and make sure it doesn't leak, and onto wiring and cooling after this. So making progress, but like I said, it definitely is something that, you know, lots of work comes through the shop here. Welcome to the bright side. And there's a lot of work that comes through the shop here, so unfortunately this doesn't get nearly as much attention as it should get, and I'm busy doing a lot of stuff too. So yeah, it takes a long time to update lots of stuff because we don't do a whole lot. A little tidbit, I wanted something a little different for the gas cap. I painted it red, danger fuel, I don't know. So that's that. I'll try to do some more video. I got a new video camera coming, so hopefully that'll maybe help with doing some more video. We'll see, but I want to have it fired up this summer, so there should be more videos to that. Right now we are in the 20th of July of 21. So if I get it running, that'll be more work than I've done on it in 2 years, maybe 3 years. So bear with me.